Out of 2,000 fingerlings that were put, only 100 fish could be counted. It is no secret that certain family members or relatives will jeopardize business opportunity for a fellow family member. Even if you would like to support one another, it is important to employ a family member with the right set of skills to take care of a certain kind of project or work. Lack of skills or lack of the knowledge can also lead to the failure of the business because they are not equipped to manage it. They do not know. Hi, welcome. I am Theodora and I talk about real life experiences, personal development, grief support, and many other things. Today, I'll be talking about building generational empires of wealth. I'll tell you a story. A story is told of a man who decided to invest in aquaculture. He did a cost-benefit analysis and found that it was a very profitable business. He then got a specialist in aquaculture to help with digging up and setting up the right pond sizes for fish farming. He stocked 2,000 fingerlings, those are small baby fish, and hired his brother to manage the fish pond and also provide additional security to guard the fish pond, keep thieves or predators away from the fish. Initially, all seemed to be going on well. One day, the man who invested in the fish pond came to check on his fish. He asked his brother to get a sample of the fish from the fish pond, and one fish was caught. It was big and it looked very nice. The investor, he took this sample to the market to get buyers of his fish. There were several people who actually struggled, for his fish really looked big, nice, and of good quality. After a couple of weeks, he came with a big lorry with a buyer who had deposited the full amount for the fish in the pond, because there were several buyers who were secretly offering him different prices. So this fateful morning, he comes with a buyer and a big truck to harvest the fish. But to his horror, as the fish pond was drained, he couldn't believe it. There were only countable fish. Out of 2,000 fingerlings that were put, only 100 fish could be counted. The investor collapsed at the sight of what he had seen. He had been paid several millions in his account. As he was being rushed to the hospital, his brother, the pond manager, was questioned what happened. He said that occasionally he would pick one or two fish from the pond and he thought that the fish could actually reproduce. So he was surprised at the kind of variety of fish that did not reproduce. Away from the story, there are many families who have established family and generational businesses and empires. It is no secret that certain family members or relatives will jeopardize business opportunity for a fellow family member. We have also seen families where there is only one family member who is thriving and holding and shouldering the entire burden of his or her own family and then that of the family that they are born from. But if a family-owned business is set where all members of the family participate and establish themselves in a way that family responsibilities or burdens are equally shared, it keeps everyone happy and balanced and able to contribute where possible, not looking at just one person. And how can you get to such a point? It is important to cultivate and establish family trust among members from a tender age, from when people are still young or from when they are children. Give tasks and see how they can be able to work through certain tasks together to build teamwork, to build trust. Treat family members fairly, not sidelining others, because such treatment will give them resentment towards their siblings and will cause them to plot revenge, which may also backfire on them in one way or the other. Set clear boundaries on family members and make them understand the importance of having a family-owned business. It is important Even if you would like to support one another, it is important to employ a family member with the right set of skills to take care of a certain kind of project or work, because this lack of skills or lack of the knowledge can also lead to the failure of the business, because they are not equipped to manage it. They do not know. It's good to equip them with the necessary skills and then uplift them to that position that you want them to take. But do not put them in certain positions just because you are related. Equip them first and then put them in that position. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.